Welcome, dear student. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about what is handoff, why handoff use in wireless technology, then handoff, types of handoff with reference to link transfer. In the types of handoff, there are two types of handoff system, that are hard handoff and soft handoff. We will see about these two types. Now see what is handoff. In cellular communication, the handoff is the process of transferring an active call or data session from one cell in a cellular network or from one channel to another. In satellite communications, it is the process of transferring control from one earth station to another. Handoff is necessary for preventing loss of interruption of service to a caller or a data session user. Handoff is also called handover, right? So again, in different words, you can define this definition. The term handover or handoff refers to the process of transferring ongoing call or data connectivity from one base station to other base station. When a mobile move into the different cell while the conversation is in progress, then the MSC, that is mobile switching center, transfer the call to a new channel belonging to the new base station. When mobile move in a different cell while conversion in progress, MSC automatically transfer the call to new channel belonging to the new base station. This handoff operation not only involve identifying a new base station but also require that the voice and control signals be allocated to channel associated with the new base station. Handoff strategy design requirements. What are the design requirements? In the processing of handoff is an important task in any cellular radio system. Many handoff strategies priorities handoff request over call initiation request when allocating unused channels in a call site. Handoff must be performed successfully and as infrequently as possible and be to the another area users. Handoff strategies requirement system design must specify an optimum signal level at which to initiate a handoff. Once a particular signal level is specified, as in minimum usable signal for acceptable voice quality at the base station receiver, normally taken as between 90 dBm and 100 dBm. A slightly stronger signal level is used in which handoff is or will be made. Handoff scenario at a cell boundaries. You can see in the diagram there are the boundaries shown. Deciding when the handoff, it is important to ensure that the drop in the measured signal level is not due to momentary fading and that the mobile is actually moving away from the serving base station in order to ensure this, the base station monitors the signal level for a certain period of time before a handoff is initiated. This running average measurement of signal strength should be optimized so that unnecessary handoffs are avoided, while ensuring that necessary handoffs are completed before a call is terminated due to poor signal level. The length of time needed to decide if a handoff is necessary depends on the speed at which the vehicle is moving. If the slope of the short-term average receiving signal level in a given time interval is, the handoff should be made quickly. Information about the vehicle speed, which can be useful in handoff decisions, can also be computed from the statics of the receive short term padding signal at the base station. The time over which a call may be maintained within a cell without handoff is called a dwell time. The dwell time of a particular user is governed by a number of factors including propagation, interference, distance between subscriber and base station, other time varying effects. So these factors also consider. You can see need of handoff in front of your power consideration, traffic consideration, channel quality consideration, distance, administrative. So these are some considerations. Statics of dwell time vary greatly depending on the speed of the user and the type of radio coverage. For example, in mature cells which provide coverage for vehicular highway users, most users tend to have a relatively constant speed and travel along fixed and well defined path with a good radio coverage. In such instances, the dwell time for an user is a random variable with a distribution that is highly concentrated about the mean dwell time. On the other hand, for users in microcell environment, there is typically a large variation of dwell time about the mean, and the dwell times are typically shorter than the cell geometry would otherwise suggest. It is apparent that the statics of dwell time are important in the practical design of handoff algorithms. In first generation analog cellular system, signal strength measurements are made by the base stations and supervised by the MSC. Each base station constantly monitors the signal strength of all of its reverse voice channels to determine the relative location of each mobile user with respect to the base station tower. In addition to measuring the calls in progress within the cell, a spare receiver in each base station called the locator receiver is used to scan and determine signal strength of mobile users which are in neighboring cells. The locator receiver is controlled by the MSC mobile switching center and is used to monitor the signal strength of users in neighboring cells which appear to be in need of handoff and reports all the values to the MSC. Based on the locator receiver signal strength information from each base station, the MSC decides if a handoff is necessary or not. So this is about the dwell time. We have discussed about the dwell time. Some situations for triggering the handoff. These are the consideration factors: channel quality consideration, distance consideration, administrative consideration, or these are the types of handoff. Before seeing types of handoff, we are going to discuss about the situations for triggering the handoff, means the connectivity for the handoff from one place to another. If subscriber who is in a call or a data season moves out of coverage of one cell and enters coverage area of another cell, handoff is triggered for services. The tasks that were being performed by the first cell are to the later cell. Each cell has a predefined capacity. It can handle only a specific number of subscriber. If the number of user using a particular cell reaches its maximum capacity, then a handoff occurs. Some of the calls are transferring to adjoining cells, providing that the subscriber is in overlapping coverage area of both the cells. Cells are often subdivided into microcells. A handoff may occur when there is a transfer of duties from the large to the smaller cell and vice versa. For example, there is a traveling user moving within the junction area of a large cell. If the traveler stops, then this is transferred to a microcell to relieve the load on the large cell. Handoff may also occur when there is an interference of calls using the same frequency for communication. Now these are the types of handoff: hard handoff and soft handoff. In front of your diagram you can see intra-system or inter-base station handoff system. Now see hard handoff. In a hard handoff, an actual break in the connection occurs while switching from one cell to another. An actual break is the connection occur while switching from one cell to another. Radio links from the mobile station to the existing cell is broken before establishing a link with the next cell. It is generally an inter-frequency handoff. It is a break before make policy. You can see here, break before make policy. This is the important handoff types. During the course of call, mobile moves from one cellular system to a different cellular system controlled by different MSC, and inter-system handoff becomes necessary. MSC mobile switching center engages in an inter-system handoff when a mobile signal becomes weak in a given cell and the MSC cannot find another cell within its system to which it can transfer the call in progress. There are many issues that must be addressed when the implementing an inter-system handoff. For instance, local call may become a long distance call as the mobile moves out of its home system and become roaming in a neighboring system. Also, compatibility between the two MSCs must be determined before implementing an inter-system handoff. Different systems have different policies and methods for managing handoff requests. Some systems handle handoff requests in the same way they handle originating calls. In such system, the probability that a handoff request will not be served by new base station is equal to the blocking probability of incoming calls. However, from the user's point of view, having a call terminated while the middle of a conversation is more than being blocked occasionally on a new call attempt. To improve the quality of service as by the users, various methods have been devised to prioritize handoff request over a call initiation request when allocating voice channels. So simply hard handoff means what? That all the old radio links in the MSC are removed before the new radio links are established. Right? You can see the car movement in front of your diagram before handoff and during handoff. How the base station connectivity with this user. So in simple word you can say the old radio links in the MS are means the mobile your users are removed before the new radio links are established. In the GSM it is a general, we can say break before make. In front of you, this is the important word for hard handoff system, that is break before make. So in this case higher rate of calls drops is used. So this is about the hard handover. Now see these are the some advantages of hard handover. Only one channel is occupied at a time, very short and usually is not perceptible by the user's. Hard handoff phone hardware does not need to be capable of receiving two or more channels in parallel, which makes it cheaper and simple. So these are the some advantages. Now see about the soft handoff. In soft handoff, at least one of the links is kept when the radio links are added and removed to the mobile station. This ensures that during the handoff no break occurs. This is generally adopted in co-located sites. It is a make before break policy. Make before break policy, and in hard off strategies there is break before make, and here is a make before break strategy. So in soft handoff, at least one of the link is kept when radio signals are added or removed to the base station. Soft handoff adopted the this important policy that is make before break. In soft handoff strategy, the important thing is the user always connect or make before the connection is break. So this is important concept you have to understand. In a CDMA, that is code division multiple access spread spectrum, cellular system provides a unique handoff capability that cannot be provided with other wireless system. Unlike channelized wireless system that assign different radio channels during a handoff, called a hard handoff, you can say. Spread spectrum mobile share the same channel is every cell. Thus, the term handoff does not mean a physical change in the assigned channel, but rather than that, a different base station handles the radio communication task, simultaneously evaluating the received signals from a single subscriber at several neighboring base stations. The MSC may actually decide which version of the user signal is best at any moment in the time. This technique, with the space diversity provided by the different physical locations of the base station, and allow the MSC to make a soft decision as which version of the user signal to pass along to the PSTN at any instant. The ability to select between the instantaneous receiving signal from a variety of base station is called the soft handoff. So, in simple word, again you can explain or define the soft handoff means the radio links are added and removed in a way that the MS always keep at least one radio link to the with the particular area. In CDMA, this technique is performed. In simple words, we can say make before break. To lower the rates of call drops, this technique is used. Lower the rate of calls drops. This is important point of view for the soft handoff. Behind of that, why this technique mostly used. So to avoid or to lower the rates of calls drops, this technique is always used. Soft handoff is a special case of soft handover where the radio links that are added and removed belong to the same set of co-located base stations from which several sector calls are served. Soft handoff never disconnects the current call, when as hard handoff disconnects the current call and establishes connections with the new base station. During that time, there is a possibility in hard handoff strategies call may be break, but as compared with soft handoff, there is a very less possibility. Soft handoff mostly occurs at the time when you are traveling from one place to another place. Soft handoff approaches make before break policy, and hard handoff approaches break before make policy. So this is important policies you have to keep in your mind. These are the some advantages of soft handoff or soft handover system. Soft handover is a change of frequency or thing during the mobility of user, so that there are practically no need or no dead zones. It is possible more than reliable continuity in networking with very less chance of call termination than that of hard handoff. Means what? Soft handoff is having a important advantage as compared with the hard handoff system. So this is about the what is handoff, what is why it is used, and we have discussed about the hard handoff system. In hard handoff system, the important policy is break before make, or in soft handoff, the make before break policy. So in overview of this study, we can say that the soft handoff system is more advantageous as compared with hard handoff system, because in hard handoff there is a possibility of break the call, because it firstly break the call and then add with the another base station. But in soft handoff, firstly it added the new base station and then remove first base station connectivity. In simple way you can say like this.